Welcome to Cosmic Cassie again. This is going to be part 2 of the August 30th full moon. It is a blue moon, and it's actually the largest supermoon of all of 2023. It is going to be in the sign of Pisces, so I think this is why we're getting a lot of that emotional energy. I'll go ahead and link the video for part 1 down with the timestamps below in the comments. So if you want to check out or reference part 1, feel free to do that. It's Aries through Leo. So this is going to be Virgo through Pisces. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. I meant to do this much earlier, but hey, we're here now. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump right into Virgo. We're right at that 52-second mark. Okay, for all of you that kind of missed the intro of the last one, part 1, this blue moon, a lot of like emotional things were coming out, a lot of like relationships, intimacy, things like this. I don't think it's a coincidence that I only was able to get through Aries through Leo before I had to leave. So I feel like with this second batch of you guys, Virgo through Pisces, the reading, it doesn't feel quite the same. The energy doesn't feel as emotional. It actually feels more like, dare I say, evolutionary is kind of what comes to mind with that. So I am a psychic intuitive channeler, which means I get messages in a lot of different ways. So try to keep up with me here. Again, only take it if it resonates, but just looking at this energy for the signs that we're about to jump into, it just feels very evolutionary is the best way I can like kind of describe it. It doesn't feel so much emotional turmoil is happening. It feels like you guys are coming in to a time where you're coming out of the emotional turmoil of how energies affect you, and you're more so coming into almost like the next step, the next journey, the next path here. And that kind of reminds me a little bit of the Leo reading, where it was kind of like, even Gemini, it was kind of like, let's introduce you to a new world, but it's almost like you guys have already gone through the emotional turmoil and traumas, and it's like you've anticipated and been brought up to this point. You guys don't feel like you're having as much, the energy isn't affecting you as much in an emotional way as the part 1 group here. You guys feel more grounded, more settled here. Okay, that's for all the signs that we're about to jump into. So let's go ahead and jump into the Virgo specific sign. Rewrite that time. We're right at 3, so let's look at Virgo specifically. Okay, what does Virgo need to know for this full moon energy? What does Virgo need to know about this full moon energy here on the 30th? What does Virgo need to know about the full moon energy on the 30th? I want at least one to fall out as our starting card. So just be. And then they give me like 5. No, we're not taking all 5 of these, okay? We just are not. Okay. What does Virgo need to know about this full moon on the 30th? What does Virgo need to know about the full moon on the 30th? Okay. Change. Love it. Definitely felt that coming. So we have the change card coming out first, Virgo. As I tap deeper into your energy, for you, Virgo specifically, this feels like a big transformational kind of change. This is the change of like finally, persona. It's like finally coming into who you were meant to be, who you truly are. That persona card is like an onion. It's peeling back all the layers of everyone and everything that you identified with, that your ego latched onto, that you thought you were and you believed you were and others told you you were and made you think you were. It's like now we've peeled back the layers, and this full moon, the energy that it's bringing in for you is like that threshold of moving from the past into the future. It's that bridge. It's creating energetically, it's creating a bridge here for you to transition and move into almost like, I want to say, your next life. But you're still here. Nothing's happening. You're not leaving, but it's almost like now we're powerful. Now we have strength. Now we know truth. We know knowledge. We know wisdom. These are all words they're giving to me when it comes to bridging this gap, moving into the next phase of life here. It's like a big deal for a lot of you here, okay? And as we do this, receive in seasons. As we do this transition, as we move into this energy here, it's almost like now we can truly receive things that are aligned with us. I feel like with a lot of you Virgos that are going to resonate with this energy here, as we move into this new you, it's like there's less of a want to go out and manifest things or to chase anything, to purposefully try to manipulate energy and attract things. It's almost like I'm so confident in who I am and what I am, and I know my strength and power so well, I don't need to do anything. I purely trust my intuition. I purely trust source, God, energy, that I will attract everything that is meant for me. That's kind of how it feels. Because it's like I understand better the cycles of life and how things come in and how things leave. I no longer am attached to anything. I allow the flow. Excuse me, guys. I've been sick the last 2 weeks now. But it's like I truly accept flow of the universe and how I tie into that, and I trust and know that I do tie into it. And that's the catch is there's a lot of trust. There's a lot of grounded energy here. There's a lot of resilience, but it's like now I can just be me and exist. It feels like we have finally stepped out of the illusion. We've stepped out of the confusion, the misinformation. They keep telling me mishaps. And so I don't know if the Virgos that resonate with this, you've had a lot of mishaps, you've had a lot of misses, a lot of things come in, and you think it's the thing, you think it's the time, you think it's the day that everything changes. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm walking, I'm crossing that threshold, I'm in this new world, I'm a new me. And bam, and then you find out, nope, that was not it. It's like a lot of, not necessarily false starts, because they weren't false. They all led you to this point, but it's almost like you had to surrender to trying to accomplish the crossing of the threshold. It's like you had to surrender to it and just let it happen. And I think that you believed it was happening so many times that when it just wasn't it, and it didn't happen, it fell through. You finally gotten to this point of, you know what? I release everything. I release the want to have a relationship. I release the want to make tons of money. I release the want to have a dream job. I release anything that requires me to put extra effort, extra focus, extra energy, and I have to force it. I have to chase it. I have to move it. I have to, get it to where I want it to be. I'm just gonna let that go. It's almost like you had to be forced into this energy of realizing this is how I truly surrender to the flow and allow things to come in and allow things to leave. This is truly how I get to where I've been always trying to get to, which is crossing that threshold into this new transformed eternal soul you, who you're meant to be in this life. And so the Virgos that finally surrendered and just released, you're walking into this you're crossing this bridge with such grace and elegance and class and reservation. And it's like, I'm not running, I'm not in fear, I'm not hoping that it's this way, I'm not expecting it to turn out this way. I'm truly just here to cross the bridge because I have finally found the bridge. And I'm just gonna cross it. It's like this very beautiful, it's like you finally have come into your wisdom, Virgo, okay? Any advice for Virgos? So this full moon energy here, oh, beautiful. Potential, the Fool, 0, okay? That's what this card is in this deck. This is like I said, this is the new you, like, but it's not, you're not doing it in this showy, flashy way. It's not happening in an instant. And I feel like a lot of you thought it would, where it's like, okay, if I change this habit, if I do this thing, if I create that and I build this and I move here and I do that, it's gonna be the catalyst of an instant change that's going to occur in my life, and I'm going to show up in a different way. I'm going to live in a different way, and things are gonna just, seem so much more clear and so much more easy and flowing. And it's like this new beginning is coming in because you finally surrendered to the realization that nothing happens overnight. You cannot force change on yourself or on the universe. You have to walk through your path and take those steps that you have to take to get there. And that means it does not happen in your timeline. It does not happen when you want it to. You cannot do anything. You cannot change anything to force that timeline to speed up, because there are experiences and there are instances and there are things that you must go through that build you to a point where you can cross the bridge. And so trying to fast track it, trying to move quickly, does not work. It's like you have finally surrendered to the energy of understanding. I just follow my intuition. If I feel tired, I'm gonna sleep. If I feel energized and I feel drawn to go to the store, today's the day I'm gonna go grocery shopping. It's like you're allowing your feelings, your body, your energy, your intuition to speak and make decisions for you, rather than you identifying the end point and goal and being like, yep, I'm going to change this, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to move, I'm going to, do these things at work, I'm going to make more friends, but the energy isn't aligned. So it's just a lot of resistance. It's a lot of false mishaps, things like this, okay? But it's like, no, this moon energy, it's bringing the bridge to you. It's like, hey, you have finally done it. You are finally in an energetic state of surrender and flow, and you have gone through all the lessons you need to. You have finally walked that flight of stairs and stopped looking for a slide and an escalator and an elevator and a piggyback ride. You have finally just stopped focusing on the fastest way to get to the top, and you just started walking, and now you are at the top. And this moon energy is bringing in that threshold for you, the ability to cross that threshold, to walk through that bridge into complete transformation here. Queen of Swords, this is knowing your truth, but this is also giving me the energy of battling significantly. I usually don't get that energy with the Queen of Swords, but it's like, wow, we've been through a lot of wars, a lot of battles, but it's not in a way of like the Nine of Wands where it's just beat us down and we just had to keep going and had to keep trying and had to keep redoing and going and pushing. And this is more, I have finally defeated everything that made me afraid. I have finally defeated everything that held me back. I have finally defeated any self-doubt. Excuse me, Virgo. This is like through my own clarity and truth of who I am, I was able to cut down, release, and break free of anything that did not align with my truth and my clarity. So first we had to find the truth and the clarity, and then we had to go through the experiences that brought us to that truth and clarity. And then we had to use that truth and clarity, now that we knew what it was, to clean the life that we've created away from us if it was misaligned. This is like anytime you do a vibration change. When you change your vibration, your environment must change with it, because these things no longer align with your frequency. It's giving a little bit of that energy, but it's more centered not with your vibration and your frequency. It's more centered around your internal truth, your internal clarity, your internal knowing of who you are, of what you want, of how you see your future being. It's like this is pure truth in the most realist way, Virgo. no illusions, but not to a point where I see the truth in a way that makes me feel defeated, makes me lose hope, makes me bitter, makes me sour. This is, I see my truth and it inspires me to change my life, to align with my truth so that I can have more truth and clarity, and I can have more things, better things that do align with that truth and clarity. So it's saying like, yeah, your cutoff game got real strong. Your BS meter got real strong. Your walk away and detach real strong. This is like a positive Queen of Swords. A positive, I'm willing to cut everything out because I know who I am and none of this stuff aligns with me, and I don't want it because I want more, I want better. I want things that do align with me. Okay? I feel like that's it for this deck here. Yeah, Spirit of Swords on the bottom. Okay? I'm going to do it with this one. Do we have any advice for Virgos? Any advice for Virgos? Any advice? I feel like you guys aren't even focused, so to speak, on emotions and relationship. This is very like, I am casually walking through life and enjoying it, and I'm learning to enjoy it more and be happier more the more and more I get aligned with my truth. The more, things that come to me and for me. But this is in a very like casual kind of energy where I don't get overly excited, but I also do not ever get, pessimistic about things. I don't doubt, but I also don't chase and run in that like fiery energy to get it. If it's meant for me and I know it's coming, it'll get here when it gets here. We've learned patience, Virgo. Okay? We've learned patience. Advice for Virgo. Advice for Virgo. Your advice, Virgo? Oh, when you guys are trying to build businesses, your financial independency, your legacies, when you're trying to build things that are very like impactful, long-term, strong, solid, like in a very revolutionary way here. So I get a lot of businesses here, but it's like when you're working on building that, your advice here, do not focus on competition. Do not focus on competition, okay? Do not start to question or feel bad or like want to outdo or be like, oh, that is such a creative person and they're doing everything better than me. How can I get more creative? Because that's when we get pushed back into that energy of forcing and pushing instead of trusting and believing. If you follow your intuition and you're guided to start a business or to have a certain kind of career or to pick up something that is more of a project or a hobby, but it's going to turn into something amazing, the less you focus on the competition and the more you focus on just you and how you want to build and how you feel guided to create and do, and not pay attention or acknowledge anyone else that's in the same industry or field or subject, that's how you get to your success. That's how you truly find abundance and success and longevity and whatever it is you're trying to do here. There's a strong energy here of like, what is this? It's like I feel like in the past you were really focused and discouraged by competition because you felt almost inadequate. But as you move into doing things and building and creating things that you're being guided in, everyone has to start off a beginner. But it's saying don't rush things because your competition is ahead of you. But also don't get discouraged and slow down because your competition is ahead of you. It's like go where you feel guided and allow the pace to occur in the way that it's meant to occur. Don't force and push and strive in a way that like actually creates a downfall where it exhausts you and you're stressed. Don't fall back into that energy. This is your advice. So I have a feeling here that once you cross this bridge, August 30th, we're crossing that threshold with that full moon energy. You're going to be doing or having like an endeavor here of something big, of something very important, of something very grand. But it's almost like there is a ton of competition around it. There is a lot of people fighting for the same thing. There's a lot of people that are ahead of you. There's a lot of people that already are doing things like this. And they seem big and they seem important, but it's almost like, how do I describe that? It's almost like there's tiers to success in whatever this is here, okay? And it's like when you first get into it and you've crossed that bridge and now you're truly focused on this, whatever this feat or like accomplishment here is, that first pool, that first sect that you go into, there's a ton of people, but they all put on this persona of being super successful and very superficial, very nice cars, nice clothes, social networks, out the bazoo. It's like I travel everywhere and I have all this money and I have all this fame and I do all these things. And this does feel like something related to like some kind of fame, some kind of like celebrity status or something like this. And it's like when you get into that first tier, that pool one, there's a lot of competition and a lot of people there. But the way that it's like, but these people get stuck on pool one and they can never figure out why they can't get to pool two. Why can they not get to tier two, the second level of success in whatever this is? So when you get in and you notice these things, do not start to mimic and think like, oh, maybe I need to do this, maybe I need to change that, maybe I need to be that way more, maybe I need to show myself in this way, maybe I need to have this kind of ego or persona. It's like, do not be fooled by these people that are stuck and trapped in pool one, because you will have people that try to latch on to you to go up with you if they identify, which they will see that you're pool two potential, and they will try to latch on to you. But I feel like there's a lot of frenemies with that, where it's like a lot of people that latch on to you because they admire you, they see that you're unique, you're different, and it's like, whoa, they're going to get to pool two. Some of them want to ride the coattail. Some of them want to get real good, real close with you in order to almost manipulate you and bring you down to their level where you can never leave pool one. So what this reminds me of is like, if you're someone who's trying to get a celebrity status, right? You want to be a movie star. You get into pool one and there's so many people in pool one and they all seem to be doing great and they're successful, they're having fun, they're getting money. But it's like the further into pool one that you get, some people are going to be inviting you out to these parties where there's a ton of drugs, there's a bunch of drinking, they're taking pictures. They want to, get you to go into this work with this person who doesn't have this good reputation, and they're known for doing shisty things. And it's like the more they can taint you in pool one, the less likely it is for you to get to pool two, because pool two is like, we look at your rep, we look at what you've done, we look at who you associate, we look at all of these things before we choose to move you up. Because if you have too much dirt on your record, we're not moving you up, because if you want to go to pool two, that means that's your pathway to get all the way to pool 10, which is like, celebrity, high status, high level. So you can't have all these marks all over your resume and your background if you're going to get that high. So there's no point in us bringing you to pool two if you've already been tainted by just stepping into pool one. Okay, it's like all these competition people are stuck in pool one for that reason. And then we get to pool two, and it's like pool two, wow, these people are a little bit more cautious. They're a little bit more behind the scenes. They're a little bit more private, personal, okay? But same thing. You keep being you. I feel like you're going to feel like the progress is slow. You're going to feel when you don't get manipulated by these energies and start living this high fashion, high fast life, you're going to feel like you're moving slow and that you're in this like too much, too conservative and reserved or something like this. It's like you're going to feel that way, but it's like that's not what it is. You being that way is what's going to get you to pool two. So it's like, do not pay attention to the competition as you build and work. You stay focused on you and you do what aligns with you. So it's like, yeah, we're crossing the threshold. You're about to live this new life, But understand, you have to stay in line with your integrity, with your truth, with everything that you know to be your truth and clarity and belief. Stay, excuse me, stay in line with that. Do not step into fame just to be, gobbled up by it. You need to control what is happening around you. Do not let what is happening around you control you, okay? That's your advice here, Virgo, okay? Very strong message. Some of you are definitely going to be reaching fame, fortune, celebrity status. Like, it's not going to happen like that, but, like, we are definitely taking very monumental steps in that direction, and you're going to start to see those opportunities come in for you, and you're going to identify them, and you're going to understand and realize, wow, I'm like in a whole new game. Wow, I'm being seen, I'm being noticed, I'm being blown. It's like whole new status here, okay? But it's like, if you want to keep going in that trajectory, stay true to yourself, okay? Virgo, that's all that I have for you. Very good reading. I absolutely love it. Very, very good things coming in for you. But that moon, that blue moon energy is really that bridge that's going to be made clear to you on this is the direction you're going. It's open. It's available to you now because you've taken the time. You've learned patience. You've learned how not to rush and push and, try to take shortcuts. Good energy. Okay. 2630. Let's start at Libra. 2630. Libra. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I've had a crazy busy day. I'm a little hungry, so don't mind me, Libra. So let's see, what does Libra need to know about this full moon energy? What does Libra need to know about this full moon energy? Libra, I'm getting a little bit of a message coming in for you here. This is, they keep showing me something with a car. I'm hearing the name Troy. I think that name came up in one of the part 1 readings. It's like Tori or Troy or something like this. And then I'm seeing a car. It's something with a car, driving in a car, like long distance. I don't know if we're traveling somewhere, but it's weird. It feels almost like, it feels like we're trying to run away from something by driving somewhere. There's a little bit of fear, there's a little bit of anxiousness, but it feels like we're trying to run away from something, like escape something, and it's like we're almost like it's like we're fearful. There's like an adrenaline rush because of fear, and we're trying to drive quickly away from the scene, away from the people, because it's like something bad happened. We don't want to be there. We don't want to witness it. We don't want it to happen to us. It's like, okay, so Libras, I don't know if you're going to be thrown into a situation here. This could be just very specific for someone that watches this, but it's like, it feels like something bad happened or was about to happen, and you kind of fled. You left real quick. You drove off in the car real quick to try to get out. And then I keep seeing like we're looking at the rearview mirror, like paranoid. Like, are they gonna follow us? Did they see me? Did they see that? Are they following us? Very odd energy, Libra. I don't know what you guys are up to, but that is the first energy that came in for you guys. So I think this is more of a warning, possibly, for some of you. To what I'm hearing is don't go places. Say that again. Don't go places. Fear. I'm missing what's in between places and fear. Don't go places that make you feel fear. Don't go places that make you feel fear. So if you have a friend's house, as an example here, it's like if you have a friend and that friend, sells things out of their house, and every time you're there you feel real shady, you feel real sketch. It's like, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go anywhere that feels fear, because it's almost like that's your intuition trying to prevent you from ending up in a situation that you do not want to end up in. It's almost like even if we have a friend who's a little too on the reckless side and a little too risky. And if we go out with that friend, as soon as something upsets them, they jump off. They're ready to get into it real quick here. It's like, because then and the reason I'm using that example is because what they're showing me is like, I'm out with a friend or something, and this friend I already know has a temper problem, but what I didn't know is they were carrying a piece on them, and we get into a fight or argument, and I'm thinking it's just a fight or argument, but this person, not able to control their temper, and we've been drinking, we've been partying, having fun, pulls their piece out, and now I'm a part of it because I was there, because that was my friend, because now I could get in trouble for this, when it had really, it was not me, but it's like you were there. Okay, and then it's like, oh, if you run away and you flee with this person, oh, now you're in even bigger stuff. This is like a warning for some of you. We're getting all swords energy. Father of swords, King of swords, Five of swords, Justice. Libras, and I feel like this is separate than the moon energy that I'm supposed to be speaking about, but or not. This energy, it's almost like, because there's so much emotional energy happening in a lot of the signs right now, it's like when we get closer to this moon energy on the 30th, watch where you're going, watch who you're around, tune into your emotions and your intuition and listen to that. Like, if you feel something is off or something's not right or you shouldn't be there, you need to leave. Like, don't wait. You, like, even if it's canceling a plan and you paid money, I don't care, because it's not that your life depends on it, but it's like, but then they say, but yes, your life depends on it. Okay, it's like, you don't want to be wrapped up in this, and there's a strong energy of like, I'm gonna feel it before it happens. So it's like, if a friend comes to pick you up, before they even get to your house, you're already feeling real like uneasy, like something's not right, it doesn't feel right. You need to call that friend and be like, you know what, I'm actually going to stay into the house tonight. I don't care what kind of plans you had, I don't care if you have fear of being left out, I don't care what this is, but it's like, you need to listen to your gut instincts here. Listen to your gut instincts, Libra. Because with all this heightened energy, and that being the second full moon, it's a super moon, it's a blue moon, there's a lot of extra energy there. People get triggered, people do things, people react in ways that they really shouldn't be reacting in. This is like, and a lot of this is coming to me not through the cards, but it's like they're channeling this to me. Like, I'm hearing these things and I'm seeing them and I'm feeling them. So it's like, this is, and then the cards are aligning with it. This is very much like Ace of Swords on the bottom. This is very much an energy of like, you need to listen to your gut instinct leading up to this full moon and then after the full moon. Okay? I feel like this is a very important message for the person who needs to hear this, because it almost like completely derailed the direction of the reading that I was trying to go in. But if this is what they need me to communicate, then there's a very significant reason why here. Okay, this energy is very, I feel like you associate, or you're around, or you're with someone, whether it's a friend or a relation. It feels more acquaintance, friendship wise, not necessarily intimate relationship, but it's like, this person is a flight risk. Like, this person is not stable. You need to avoid this person at this time, okay? You need to let them be in their own energy. Don't be riding along with them. Don't be getting into nothing with them. You need to kind of like detach from this person. And not infinitely, not forever, but during this time period, yes. We need to shift and navigate away from this. And then, honestly, and I don't know whose energy this is. As I say that, what they show me is like, this includes, oh, okay, I just won't hang out with that person. Let me go hit up these friends, and I'm going to go out with them and ignore this person, or ghost them, or lie to them so I don't have to go out with them. And then it's like, and then I see this person is seeing you out with your friends, and it triggers them, because it's like, you're not going to go out with me, but you're going to go out with, and it's like, this friend group is very different energy than this person, but it's like, this person gets offended very easily, and they can be very explosive. They can be very impulsive. This person can be, yeah, it's like, I don't think this is a relationship, but this person definitely either shows up in a way of like, in the way of acting like you're in a relationship possibly, or again, it's just a really close friend, someone you've known for a long time. It does kind of feel like the opposite gender, to be honest, but it's like, avoid even a situation like that where you're like, oh, I'm just gonna stay in tonight, and then you just go hang out with other people. It's like this person will see you and be triggered, and then that will be the catalyst to whatever this is. So some of you, it's like, just keep your butt at home, okay? Just stay at home. You don't need to go out. You don't need to have fun every weekend all the time. This is like, and don't be lying to nobody if you don't feel comfortable. Just stay home and just tell them that I just need to stay home. I'm down with something. And then stay home. Don't lie and then go out and then have fun and then this person catch you or see you or find you, something like that. For those of you that are like, oh, I'll just avoid them and go out with someone else, like, no, even that's a bad idea, because I feel like some of you had that thought and that's why they channeled that to me. Okay. What else for Libra about this full moon? What else does Libra need to know about this full moon? Yeah, this is like, stay single, stay independent, stay in your own energy, okay? For the next couple weeks, just stay in your own energy. Don't be trying to go out and do stuff. We have 7 of Swords. Someone's lying to you about like their plans. Immediately I got that. I don't know why. I don't know how that. Someone has lied or is lying to you about what they're planning to do about something. So this, again, it keeps coming in with the situation, because then what they show me is like, because I'm like, in my mind, I always say, like, you give me an example, a practical example I can share with you guys. The example they immediately gave me, but it doesn't feel like an example. It feels like this is an actual scenario. This is something that is actually going to be happening for someone. It's like your friend says, hey, do you want to ride with me? I need to go see this person real quick. They have something of mine. I just need to go get it back. Do you want to ride with me? I just don't want to go by myself, but none's going to happen. I just need to run in real quick. Run in, run out. It's easy. It's just, do you want to ride with me? And you're like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, if that's all it is, then sure, I'll come with you. And then you like pull up to this house and this person goes in, and next thing you know, like, you're hearing shots and they're running back in the car and they're like, go, 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 go. It's like, what did you just pull me into? What did you just do? Like, but the less you know, the better. So it's like, again, you will have a feeling that comes in for you that lets you know, even if it's on the way to this person's house and you're already in the car driving, you start to just feel it and it just doesn't feel right. Be like, you know what, I gotta stop at the gas station. Bro, I got the runs. Can you drop me back off at home? I can't do this with you today. I like, do something to get out of the situation the second your gut is telling you this is not a good situation. Because it's like, for some of you, this person is planning to do something, but they're bringing you along for the ride, and they're not telling you. It's like they're kind of tricking you into coming with them and being a part of this, but this person's up to no good. Okay? This person is up to no good. Is there any other energy that Libra needs to know about? Is there any other energy that Libra needs to know about for the full moon? Any other energy that Libra needs to know about for the full moon? That's crazy. I don't know whose guides are coming through, or ancestors or spirits or something. I like to put things in a nice way. I like to be gentle with my messages if I can, but I will never, sly away from the truth or like what I am receiving. But someone's guides or I feel like it's more ancestors, get over your ex. And that's what I'm seeing here. And I was already feeling that energy in that message, but I was like, okay, how do we say it? And then immediately I just heard someone pipe in, get over your ex. Get over your ex. It's time to move on. Get over your ex. Period. Simple. Get over your ex. Get over it. It's like, move on. Get over it. So some of you may be like sitting in this energy, a lot of emotion, a lot of reminiscing, a lot of like wishing. Yeah, you're stuck. 8 of Swords. You're stuck. And it's like you're stuck because you're like, dreaming and dreading and wishing and wanting something that's already ended in the past here. and it's like it felt good, it was good, but you're wanting it back, you want it back, and it's like, get over it, move on, get over it. It's not coming back, it's not for you, it's time to let it go, it's been time to let it go, get over it, move on. This is a very separate message than everything else, but I'm like trying to pull out some other different message other than the main storyline one here. The additional one here is for those of you that have gone through a breakup. This could have happened a long time ago. It doesn't even have to be recent. This could have happened a long time ago, but it's like, but you're stuck on it. You want it so bad, and you keep thinking of it, and you keep reminiscing, and all the memory. Let it go. Leave it alone. Let it go. It's not for you. It left for a reason. Don't even try to question the reason. Don't try to look and see if they're thinking of you. Let it go. Leave it alone. Stop watching tarot about this person and thinking it's them. It's like, who cares? They're not in your life. They're not present. They're not in front of you. I don't care how many times a tarot reader will say this person's thinking of you. They love you. They're obsessed. They're waiting for the right time. Are you going to halt your life and wait on something that's not even like definite coming in for you? I mean, again, someone's ancestors or spirits or someone, get over it. That might be mine, actually. That might have been my ancestors. I ask them to help me in my readings sometimes, so that definitely could have been them. So get over it. Get over it. Leave it alone. Move on. All right, Libra. Those are the only messages that I have for you. So we are going to be moving on to the next sign of Scorpio at 4129. We have Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what energy you need to be aware of. What energy you need to know about. What do you need to know for this blue moon, super moon, this full super moon blue? I don't know how to say that where it sounds right, because those are like three very different. Blue full super moon. That doesn't even sound right. Full moon. That is a super blue moon. Super blue full moon. There we go. All right, Scorpio. Ooh. You guys got love on your mind. That's what this looks like immediately. I've got love on my mind. This could be someone that is very... I think you look at this person as a soulmate, like a very important soulmate. Because we have the Wayfarer, which is like the lovers, but we have 6, and then we have 4 of swords. But when you look at how they're next to each other, it's mirroring, okay? So one of you is in love, which I think is you, Scorpio, and the other one is taking a break, a rest, a time to heal, to rejuvenate. So the person that you've got your eye on, that you're really wanting and you want to be with, for whatever reason, they're like, nah, I just need to be by myself. I just need to heal. I need to focus on me. And in some way, it's like you're not necessarily waiting, but it's like, I'm watching you, keeping an eye on you. Are you done healing? Are you done focusing on you? Are you ready for all this romance and all this love that I can give you? Because it's like, because you're standing here and everything around you is green. It's got flowers. It's abundant. It's flourishing. And then this person is like, everything is barren. It's almost like they're coming out of winter. So this person that you're keeping an eye on here, they could have gone through a lot of stuff. A lot of emotional traumas and turmoils and things like this that really depleted them, that really traumatized them, that really hurt them. They have faced many battles, okay? And it's like they're finally coming to a stage of no longer battling, but they are healing. And it's like you see flowers that are coming in, but they're still in that like transition piece of like, okay, I'm slowly getting this healing thing. I'm slowly being rejuvenated. I'm slowly coming back to life. And you're just over here like, boo. I got all the flowers. I got all the grass. I got some fruit. I got the whole planet of Jupiter on my side. It's like, I've even got candles ready for you. I'm dressed in red and I'm ready. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Are you done? Are you done trying to heal by yourself? Because it's like you're even looking at this person and they're looking away. Right? But they're still carrying a sword as a thing. Even though they're in the Four of Swords, they're still carrying a sword. So this person is still trying to heal. I feel like they still need to learn how to trust new people. They still need to learn how to grow and develop within their own selves, where they trust that they make the right decisions, and they trust that, you know, everyone is not out to hurt them and you know, traumatize them some more. It's like they're really defensive over their energy, because it's like they've worked so hard with trying, yeah, strength on the bottom. They've worked so hard to try to heal, and it's like when they look around, they recognize all this damn snow and there's no grass, and but I recognize that there's also no people, and that means I have cut out all those things that, you know, all those people that came in and just took all my flowers and took all my grass and took my sun and just left me with nothing. Those people are gone, and now I am slowly bringing those things back in for myself. I'm not sharing it with no one. I'm guarding these things. This person had to learn how to protect themselves from people that were like in a more usatory energy, or like, you know, a narc energy. It's like they had to learn to protect themselves from people that couldn't give them the same love that they gave. This is someone who constantly like poured their cup all over the place for other people, but those people would not return the water. You know, they never came back to give the water. They just kept taking and taking and taking. So this person had to learn the hard way how to protect, you know, their love, their essence, their beauty, the things that they grow and create. They had to learn to protect that and to nurture it for themselves and not just give it away to anyone. So they're kind of still on guard. You know, it's part of the healing process, but you're like definitely just, you're waiting on this person. You're not waiting in like a toxic negative way where it's like, don't wait on no one. It's like you're not waiting in that capacity, but you are like kind of like, I'm over here, you know, hanging out, doing my own thing, hanging out. It's like I'm gonna do my own thing, but I'm gonna do it closely near you so I can notice, you know, if you look my way, and I'll strike up a conversation. It's like I'm just waiting on the cue to come in and do what I need to do and be who I need to be to make you feel great. It's like you want to love this person so much. Scorpio, you want to love this person so much, but it's like, but they're so cold and they're trying to heal. It's like, but you're like, I got you, boo. Let me love you. I love this. What else is Scorpio need? So during this, I want to say, I don't want to say the blue moon energy is bringing you guys together, okay? The full moon energy is not bringing you guys together. But what it's doing, it's almost like it's how do I say that? Help me out here. It's something with consciousness. Give me a minute. It's coming in. But it's almost like, yeah, it's like a rebirth. It's like you guys, although you stayed aware of this person lost awareness of you. So you could be right next to them, and they have no awareness of you being next to them. It's like they have cut themselves off from your energy, from the thought of you. Like you're not even, you know, in their mind space at this point. They're so focused on them and their healing and their journey and their process. There's been a disconnect in a way, because you stayed consciously aware of this person, but this person has truly lost like all conscious awareness of you. With this blue moon energy coming in, what it's doing is it's re-inspiring the conscious awareness of each other. And that is what slowly leads to an opportunity of reconnecting, of being able to have an exchange here. You know, but it's like, but this person has to become aware of you again. It's like they have fallen out of the bubble where you two could be in together. They've fallen out of that bubble and they've drifted off in their own bubble somewhere. And you're like, I got this big voluptuous bubble and I'm sitting in it and I'm still here. I'm doing my own thing. I'm tending to my garden. You know, I'm not sad. I'm not mad. I'm just chilling. I'm doing my thing. But I am like not leaving and going anywhere. I'm not disappearing because I want this person to come back into my bubble. I want to give them everything I have in my bubble. So until that day comes, I'm going to nurture and love everything in my bubble. And this blue moon energy is like, it's taking their bubble and it's like pulling it back in a very subtle and easy and flowing. Nothing's being forced or shoved. There's no fear. There's no anxiety. But it's like, hey, let's send some breezes this way. Let's make the wind go that direction for a while because we need this bubble to bump into your bubble. And then it's like this person's floating around in their own bubble in their own space and energy, and then all of a sudden, oh, I just hit something. What did I just hit? There's another bubble out here? That bubble looks nice. Did I see that bubble before? Have I been in that bubble? Should I check it? It's like it's recreating the awareness for you guys to connect. So this person has to become aware of you again. They were aware of you once upon a time, and now they need to be aware of you again. Okay? I love this energy for you because Scorpio, you're standing so strong here, but it's like your patience, your relaxation, your trust, and your, self-love is what's allowing the universe to pull this person back towards you, because they needed to go away and heal some things and figure things out and like really clear their land of anyone that was not good for their land, which it looks like everyone. And then they had to start to regrow and rebuild and reblossom all those things that were taken from them. And now we can come back in and it's like, baby, I got everything you need. You don't have to do that by yourself. You don't have to worry about me stripping that stuff from you and taking it away. I got things for you, okay? It's not about, do you have things for me? I'm not asking that. I'm asking, what will you allow me to give you? Can I give you this? Can I hand that over to you? Will you accept this from me? I don't want nothing from you. You tend to your garden, but I want to give you the flowers in my garden. And maybe they can start to seed in your garden and you can have different new kinds of flowers. But it's not in a way of self-depletion, Scorpio. It's not in a way of you giving all your flowers to this person. It's like, no, I know that I need to save some for mine. Otherwise, my garden goes barren. But I want to share some with you so that your garden can be beautiful and blossoming and colorful. And then we can maybe have gardens that kind of look like each other, where they're full of abundance and love, instead of like me having this and then you having a barren garden. Let me help you. You love this person, Scorpio. This is so sweet. This is beautiful. I love this. Let me see what we got here. What else does Scorpio need to know about this moon energy? Look at that, seasons. This person had to go through a cycle of seasons. They had to go through like a full cycle. So maybe it's been a whole year since you guys have talked. It's possibly been an entire year that you guys kind of shifted and split away. I don't feel like there was a terrible ending here. I feel like this person kind of just drifted away from you and you didn't want that, but you also weren't going to hold on to them and hold them back. You weren't like attached in a way of like latching onto them and it like making you feel like, oh, I got to be codependent. It's like, no, I recognize and I understand a lot of wisdom here. I recognize and understand if you need to drift away and heal and find yourself. I will be here if you need to come back. Like I will be. So it could have been a whole year since you guys have seen each other or talked to each other, because it's like this person had to go through a full cycle to complete what they needed to complete in order to be drifted back your way. What else does Scorpio need to do? Ooh, that one flew out. We have money. With money, what is that energy? Show me money. Where is money here? Money somehow was was contributing to this? But I want to understand on whose end. Because I feel like, Scorpio, you're standing here solid, you're grounded, you're good. I don't feel like money is like a huge concern. But I feel like part of this person drifting away, again, you know, they gave to things and people that did not give back to them. So they definitely could have been depleted in their money, where they were like having financial struggles or something like this. But it's almost like a part of the reason they drifted away, I feel like this person almost like needed to find their purpose or like their way or like some kind of stability within job or career. Like they needed to kind of drift away. Like this is what the universe needed them to do, was drift away, because they needed to discover something about like purpose, job, career, something like this, where they can begin to have more of like an independent financial status here. That was a part of their healing, okay? Was not just rebuilding what they had lost, but finding like integrity and independence with how they rebuild it. And I feel like money was a part of that. I don't think money was the main reason they detached from you or drifted away here, but it's almost like the universe was like, okay, we need you to go find your wings. And a part of finding your wings is finding your purpose and trusting that and investing in that and allowing it to bring you like stability and independence, because that was a part of the thing that they needed to heal. That was a part of their journey. So even though you're over here looking all fine, like I got you, you don't have to worry about anything, this person needed to establish their own purpose in their own lives in a certain kind of way here that involved them being independent, them having confidence in their ability to be independent, to have wealth. This person could have had like limiting beliefs or like a lack mindset that really made it difficult for them to be in abundance or to create abundance, and that's why they needed to heal a little bit of that. Okay, so I feel like that's something that they have healed, where they can appreciate and accept abundance from the universe now because they've healed it. And that's part of the reason why the universe might be pulling them back towards you, because you're over here abundant, like I want to share it with you. And before, this person might not have been able to accept that, and now they can. Okay, what else does Scorpio need to know here? Integrity, yeah. You both live in high integrity here. You both have a lot of integrity. It's like this person had to go on a journey to prove to themselves and to spirit that they knew how to stay in their own integrity. They knew they had to learn when to walk away from things that were not balanced or like did not share the same integrity or values that they did. And it's like you do share that with them, and they recognized that. But it's like, but they still had all these other like lies and deception, manipulation, illusion. It was all around them still. And I think it's more of not that they had to find their integrity, but they had to learn to release anything that was misaligned with their integrity. Anything that did not have its own integrity, they had to learn how to like release that, how to identify it and then release it. Okay? A lot of this is about this person's journey away from you that is now allowing them to come back in. So whoever this is, I can see why you like them, why you're waiting on them and admiring them, because this is a unique individual. Like they've gone through a lot of like changes and healing and process, especially if it's only been a year. It's like this person has developed beautifully into this amazing person here. And they're still on their journey. They're still finding their way. You know, they're still healing little bits and pieces, but it's like the overhaul healing has happened and is done, and now they're focused on rebuilding. But I think the only thing that you're going to have difficulty with this person, if you guys are able to reconnect here, wholeness, you guys would be really good together, okay? Follow your bliss. You guys would be really good together. The only challenge you might have with this person is they do still carry that sword. So even though they're healed significantly, it's like the last thing that they really need to heal is trusting other people. I feel like this person's learned to trust spirit. They've learned to trust their purpose, their decisions. They've learned to trust a lot of things. But it's like, yet have they truly been with someone that has shown them that they can trust a person, like another human, in a full and authentic way. So they carry this one sword always, because it's like, I will cut anything off that does not feel trustworthy, that does not feel like it has high integrity like I do. I will cut it off, I will leave it, and I will run. And it's like this, so this person needs to still release it, but it's not even a release. It's more like they just need to meet someone that gives them a reason to put the sword down. It's like they haven't had a reason to put it down, but if they met someone who gave them a reason to put it down, they would put it down. But it's like, I've been out in war, okay? I've been battling, and you want me to just put my sword down as if the war is over? Oh, the war has been over many times, and I've put my sword down many times just for the war to never actually be over. So it's like this person is having to learn, no, like this time, the war really is over. Like the battle is over. Like you don't have to fight. You don't have to be on guard. You don't have to put up this defense. It's really over this time. But it's like, but they need to meet someone that is going to truly show them and validate for them, it's over, I can finally put it down. It's a little bit of PTSD going on here, okay? It's like, oh, I've been tricked like this before. I can't put it down yet. I can't put it down yet. So this person might be very slow to like truly trusting you. But they don't show up in like a toxic way where it's like that mistrust generates and manifests in a toxic way. It's just like they just need a reason to put it down, but just know that they are going to be holding it. But they just need someone to show them it's time to put it down, okay? That's where you come in, Scorpio. This is a beautiful reading. Hello. So there might be like a random communication. You guys might run into each other. You might see each other, or like have some kind of like overlap during the full moon energy here. Because again, it's like this person just, it's like you might show up on their Facebook page or feed or something, and they're like, oh, I know that person, like, oh, what are they up to? And then it's like in some way, but it's like, it's really focused, the energy is really focused on just making this person aware of you again, making them consciously aware of their existence, of your existence within their world. So then that gives an opening for you guys to actually come together and connect. I don't think you're connecting that soon, but this person will come back into an awareness of you, okay? All right, Scorpio, that was awesome. Okay, 102.36, we have Sagittarius, 102.36. Sagittarius, what do we want to use? This one's poking out at me. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what energy you need to know about for the blue moon. What energy does Sagittarius? You guys' readings are like longer than part ones. I guess maybe I had more time. What energy does Sagittarius need to be aware about during this blue moon? What does Sagittarius need to know about this blue moon? What does Sagittarius, excuse me, need to know about during this blue moon? What energy does Sagittarius need to know about this blue moon? Because I do channel and I am intuitive, Sag, I feel like I need to tap into your energy. I haven't felt this yet. Like I feel like I've been good using the cards, but for whatever reason, I'm feeling like I need to like energetically feel your energy, like the collective energy here, not just tarot. So give me just a minute here, just like dive in a little more here. I don't know, I'm in some of crackers. Someone eating crackers. What does Sagittarius need to know? I just like to shuffle the cards, guys, so just ignore that, okay? What does Sagittarius need to know about this full moon energy here? Sagittarius, your energy right now, this is how you're going to know it resonates for you. Because it feels like, show me Sagittarius energy. What's going on with you guys? I feel lost, but I don't feel lost. I feel expansive, but I feel restricted. It's a lot of contradicting energy here, okay? It's like I'm getting that promotion I always wanted, but I'm planning on leaving the company. It's like that. It's like I'm really excited that I'm getting this promotion, but I am planning to leave the company. So it's very like contradicting energy is how I feel this. Because I'm trying to see like what's your main energy. It keeps giving me a contradiction. I'm expanding, but I feel blocked and restricted at the same time. But I feel expansive, but I feel so blocked and restricted. Show me Sagittarius' energy. What do we need to know? It's like I'm really angry, but I'm also sad, kind of, though. This is very contradicting, okay? What does Sagittarius need to know about this new energy? Sagittarius' energy. Weird. We have 8, death. Which is 13, which is 4. 884. What are you guys doing? Because this is like 8 of Swords is restrictions, but 8 of Cups is leaving that, and then death is obviously like the ending of something, so there can be a new beginning. Are you guys like in this energy here of, it's almost like I am so successful at what I do that I almost feel trapped by it, because how can I possibly venture into other things and experience other things and, you know, be adventurous and be, you know, discovering new pieces of myself when I have to stay dedicated to the, not that I hate it, but I have to stay dedicated to this thing that I'm really successful with because it pays my bills, it's great income, I'm real stable, it, you know, I built a whole life around this thing, but how can I possibly discover other things when this is so heavily tied into my stability, into my success, into who I am and what I know? It's like that kind of energy. So it's expansive, where it's done there's a lot of like good stuff here. It's done great things. Things are really awesome, real good here. But it's like, because it's so good, it's actually a restriction. It's actually blocking me in. Because it worked so well, because I'm so successful, it actually holds me back from experiencing myself, from experiencing life in a different way. It's like it would almost be easier if I had no responsibilities, I didn't have this successful career, if I didn't have, and I don't even feel like it's because of like debt and stuff. It's like, no, I'm just so heavily and deeply rooted and ingrained in whatever this is, that it would be so much easier if I just had absolutely nothing, if I wasn't successful, if I wasn't the person I am, because then I would have the freedom to just experience everything that I want to experience. And so it's almost like your success you've built a cage around yourself because of your success, because of how good you have done or are doing. It's like, but we're feeling the itch to walk away from it, to leave it all behind. But it's like, I don't know how to do that though, because I've literally built my entire life around it, if that makes sense. That's the energy this feels like. It's like I trapped myself unwittingly. I didn't know I was trapping myself into this category, into this box. I don't want to be in a box. You know how many other boxes there are? There's so many boxes. I want to go test out and try other boxes. But damn it, I'm stuck in this box. And this box is huge. It's successful. It smells good. It's got premium cardboard and it's perfect for me and it's great. But what about like all the other boxes out there? I want to know, is there stuff in other boxes? How does it smell when you're in a different kind of cardboard box? are there other kinds of people in those? It's like we're starting to really question and starting to really feel the need to step outside of not our comfort zone, but our way of life, to step outside of who we believe ourselves to be, because we want to experience different facets of who we are within different facets of life and what it has to offer. Okay? This isn't cold feet. This isn't impulsive. This isn't, being, damn, where'd the word go? This isn't being reckless. There we go. This is truly feeling the need to experience more of who I am in this life rather than restricting myself into this single place, because there's so much more. But I've been restricted into this single place because of how well I've done with it and how well it's taken me and how far it's taken me and how much I've been able to gain and accomplish. It's like, this is a Sagittarius that's had lots of success, lots of accomplishments, lots of like title, lots of I feel like there's a heavy sense of like being recognized, of being even like admired, like people striving to be where you're at, people admiring and respecting you for where you're at, but all you want to do is like what would it be like to just ride on the bus and not have anywhere to go? What would it be like to struggle to pay bills and have to pick up side hustles? And where would those side hustles take me? Like, if I found something really good, even though it starts off as me struggling, like, how can I grow something else? Like, how can I just start from the bottom? It's like, Sagittarius, I wonder if you feel a lack of challenge, if things have just become very mundane and very organized, very, predictive here. It's almost like there's no challenge, there's no shakeup, there's no, explosions in my life anymore. It's like, but it's like, oh my God, how many people strive to get to that point in their life where I don't have to worry about anything. Nothing is unplanned. I have money for everything, and I know what to do, and I do this well, and it's like so many people strive for that. But Sagittarius, it's like, I've gotten to that point and I know there's more out there. Like, I know there's more for me than just this. Even though this is great, there's more. Even if that means I have to lose this, there's more. There's inspired action in that. There's newness, there's discovery, there's adventure, there's challenge, there's perseverance. It's like, I'm just not being challenged and tested. I can't grow anymore because I'm where I'm at. I feel you. I get it. No one else has to understand it, but I get it. Okay? What other messages for Sagittarius are here? So you're going to feel a lot of that energy around this time during this full moon time. The Mystic, number 5. This is was that Hierophant? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's the Hierophant. Look at that. Wow. Interesting. So the Hierophant with the High Priestess, that is what we would see as a very spiritual, divine counterpartner here. These are energies, it's like the Emperor and the Empress, right? The High Priestess and the Hierophant. I just want to double check because I don't want to misinterpret this. I'm pretty sure 5 is the Hierophant, but I want to be absolutely certain because what this message is saying is something very specific. So give me 1 second, guys. I haven't worked with these cards too much, and so I challenged myself to do my readings with them for the blue moon. Yeah, the Hierophant. Okay. This back in here. I thought it was. So it's like, and then it has the 5 of Cups. This is very interesting, Sagittarius. This comes through. Sagittarius. Is there more to this story than you're willing to reveal? Show me the mystic. Show me the high priestess. Show me the high priestess. Sagittarius, dare I say, you feel partly, and this kind of came in a little bit, so now that it's coming back around, I'll say it, because now I have a better clarity of this. This is almost like you're a very spiritual, gifted person, okay? You have your own set of abilities and gifts because you're showing up as this Hierophant energy. So it's like the spirit, source, God, angels, whoever you talk to, pray to, they talk back to you, okay? You know this. You have a deep-seated intuition. You're really good at like the structure of things. You're able to navigate and move. I feel like this is why you've actually had so much success, is because you are in this Hierophant energy. You have good integrity, you have good morals and values, things like this. It's like you're good spiritually, you're right on point. But I feel like, I'm trying to piece the words together in a sensible way, okay? Because energy does not come always as a channeled message. Energy comes sometimes as channeled energy, but you have to find the words to express what that energy is telling you or showing you. And it's like, it's almost like that's the exact dilemma that you're having, Sagittarius, because that's what they told me. It's like, well, that's exactly what they're feeling. Is like, I feel this thing, but I don't know how to express it or how to say it. I don't know what it is. So you're feeling an energy and you're feeling it over and over, and it's very clear. The feeling is clear, but it's like we almost can't like decode the energy into English so that we can say it and express it in a sensible way. And because we can't do that, we don't act on it, we don't trust it, we don't do anything with it, but we feel it, but we just can't find the words for it, and so we just don't do anything about it, okay? For this High Priestess and Five of Cups, I feel, Sagittarius, there was someone that showed up in your life. This person showed up as a High Priestess. It doesn't mean that you guys were meant to be together, you're meant to be counterpartners. I actually don't get a ton of romance energy here at all, but it does feel like you were very equally matched and gifted when it came to the intuition, the integrity, the truth, the understanding, the higher consciousness and awareness of God, of the connection to source here, of spirituality. You guys were very equal on this, okay? But it's almost like this person came in a very different energy than you. They had a lot of ideas. They were very creative. They made quick decisions. They moved quickly on things. They would follow their intuition, and that was their reasoning for why they did what they did. Not to say that this person, what they just told me is chaotic, the word chaotic. So I think it's like you had soul recognition, but it was difficult for you to embrace the soul recognition, because to you this person was chaotic. They showed up very imbalanced, unstable, and chaotic, even though they had a sense to them where it's like, we're in alignment, we know what it is. And it's like they would do something really strange and out of their nature, and just like this makes no sense, why are you doing that? But like your feeling about it is like, I understand 100% why they're doing it. I recognize. It's like we intuitively, energetically connect and talk to each other, but it's like you had a hard time embracing this person and how and who they are, because on the surface they looked chaotic, but they actually weren't. What the difference is this High Priestess, they looked chaotic because they fully trusted their intuition. They fully engaged in their intuition, in their messages, their downloads, their gifts, and they relied on it and they trusted it to a point that it's like they would move quick. They made quick decisions. They took action. They were not impulsive in the way that you might have perceived them to be, but it's like this person, they shifted gears quick. They moved, they turned, they rolled, they excelled, they decelled, they were in, they were out, they were hot, they were cold, they were, they were all over is what it felt like. From the outside perception looking at this person, it's like, this person's chaotic. They're all over the place. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they're doing. This person's crazy. They're unreliable. They're unstable. They're imbalanced. They're all over the place. But the whole time, intuitively, energetically, you understood 100% why this person did what they did, because you could pick up on the exact same energies and understanding that they did. But I feel like this person had the same challenge that you have, where they would feel these things, they would get these energetic downloads and this knowledge and this knowing and this understanding, but it was really difficult for this person to decode it and translate it into English in or whatever other language, into an actual language that they can verbally express in a logical way. It was very hard for this person to do that. And so instead of trying to explain to everybody what they did and what they're doing and why they're moving this way and why they're doing that and why they're doing this, instead of trying to explain it, they just did it. They just trusted it and they did it. They didn't care about what people thought. They didn't care about how they would react, what their opinion was. They knew they were right because it was an intuitive download. It was a message from source, God, angel, energy, whatever you want to call it. They knew that's what it was. And so it's like, I'm not going to communicate this and express this in a way where I extend all of my energy trying to figure out how can I properly communicate this to someone so that they can be in agreement and an alliance with me. No, I'm just going to do what I feel, because that would take too much time and energy to try to convince and persuade and help other people understand what I'm feeling. I just know this is how I feel. This is what I know. This is what I believe, and I'm just going to do it. Okay? And to you, that was like, this person's okay. So it was hard for you to embrace the connection, but intuitively, energetically, you knew everything, why they were doing what they were. It clicked. It's like you guys were speaking the same energetic language. You were receiving the same energy and downloads, okay? But the thing is, with this person, it's almost like it took you, I feel like this person's not in your life anymore, because we do have the 5 of Cups. So I feel like this energy of the moon, this person's heavily weighing on your mind, because you're finally coming to a point of understanding why they did not extend so much energy into trying to translate and communicate what they were receiving. They just moved on it. They just did it. And it's like, in some degree or fashion here, I do feel like you have some kind of awareness of this person still, because I feel like there's an energy here of you watching this person stay in that energy, but now you're seeing it in a different way, because it's like, holy cow, that's amazing that they just shift and they move and they go and they have no worries, they have no fears. And so you being in this energetic state of feeling like, oh my God, I think I'm trapped in this box, but I see there's so many other boxes out there and I want to explore them. I want to discover them. I want to try them. I want to experience them, but I can't because I'm so trapped in this box right here. It's like with you being in that energy and then thinking about how this person did what they did and what they're still doing, it's like this person's not afraid to jump into any box. Wherever they get guided, wherever they feel pulled, they're going to jump in. How is it going to work out? I don't know, but I trust that it will, because that's where my intuition, that's where God, that's where my purpose, my angels, my spirits, that's where they're guiding me. So I'm just going to go do it. I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go do that thing because that's where I'm being told to go, and I'm trusting it, and I don't know what's going to happen and how it's almost like now you're craving to do the same thing that you once thought this person was chaotic for doing. And now you're seeing it in a different way, because now you're in the energy of craving a chance to do what they're doing, which is to jump through life and experience all facets of who they are in so many different ways. And you're connected to this group, you're connected to that group, but it's like you're never the same person. You're shifting and you're moving, and you're truly experiencing life because you're not forcing yourself to align with this box or that box or this title, this label. It's like wherever my intuition takes me, wherever I am guided, I'm off. I'm off on a if I'm supposed to sell my whole entire, home and car and savings and take a plane to Morocco tomorrow, guess what? I'm doing that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just do it because Spirit's telling me to do it. I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna go and oh wow, in 24, 48 hours, they live in Morocco now. What? It's like this person comes off so unpredictable, and I think you feared that because you're in a place of being predictable, of being able to predict everything around you and everything that's happening because you have this high sense of intuition and guidance and knowledge and wisdom. But you're coming into this energy, this point of looking at this person and actually seeing them in a very different way because now you're understanding why they showed up the way they did and accepting that it was not chaotic, it was not imbalanced, it was not erratic. It was actually this person being fully immersed in life and allowing life to occur in multiple facets, in multiple ways. It's like they refuse to tie themselves down into a single lifestyle because there's so many lifestyles to live and experience while we're here. And now you're craving to do the same thing. Because I do feel like there's an energy here that keeps coming in where I feel like you're able to tap in or you're watching them in some way. And you're just watching this person go from like here to there to down there to back there to over there. And it's like, this person is all over. But now I see that it's all over because they follow their intuition, their guidance, their spirit. They have gifts and abilities and they follow those things and it guides them through life. And I want to do that. I want to embrace that part of me now. I don't want to be so stuck in this category, this section. I want to embrace life in the way they are because now I get why they showed up the way they did. They were never dishonest. They never had poor integrity. They were never mentally unstable or emotionally unstable. They were just following their intuition, their gut, wherever spirit led them. And I think you do this, but you stay in this capacity of doing it in this box. And you're starting to crave doing it in other boxes because you might be getting pulled into other directions. Okay? So thank you, Spirit, for giving me the way to say that. Let's get your advice or any last things you need to know. Any last things Sagittarius needs to know about this moon energy? Any last things that Sagittarius needs to know about this moon energy? Yeah. I think it gets more and more difficult, like challenging for you to stay in the capacity that you're in right now. So if this is a job, if this is a relationship, if this is a group, if this is a project, a business, whatever it is for you, it's becoming very difficult to dedicate yourself to it. You can do it, but it's becoming more and more difficult because you keep looking beyond the box that you're in and you're like, there's a lot of boxes out there. I can't believe I haven't even tried 3 boxes and there's millions of boxes. It's like it's hard to stay where you're at because you see the opportunity, the adventure, the pull of every other box. Synchronicity. So your advice here, I feel like you're going to get a lot of angel numbers, a lot of different like synchronicities. You might start seeing the same person's name over and over. You might see the same license plates, the same message. There's something here happening with a lot of synchronicities that are trying to tell you this is the next box for you. Because I feel like we had to reopen your awareness that there are other boxes and you're not meant to stay in your box in order to make you aware and receptive of the messages we're trying to give you of what the next box is. Like first we had to create the awareness and existence that there are other boxes and you do want to be in those other boxes. And once you had that awareness, now the messages can come in to guide you into which box is the box that you should be jumping into next, okay? So that energy comes after the blue moon. That energy goes even into next year here. But it's like this blue moon energy, the main thing for you, Sagittarius, is coming into an awareness of like your life in the time that you have your life here on earth and in this lifetime, and how you want to truly experience it, not in the way that you were told or expected to, but in the way that you crave to, okay? It's like we got to get realigned with that, okay? Sagittarius, that is all the messages that I have for you. That was a fun reading. I think you are going to run into that high priestess again. I feel like you almost like, it's like you get really excited and really giddy that you finally stepped out of the box that you were always like stuck in. And the first thing you want to do is like reach out to this person and be like, guess what I just did. I feel like you even, for some of you, it's like you tag along with this person in some kind of way here. It's like you tag along with them because you have to like take baby steps with how to be jumping all over the place. And I think you reconnect with this person because you admire how they live their life. And it's like, I need to discover how are you able to get into the energy where you do that, because you guys share the same gifts, abilities, and talents and intuition. It's like strongly, you guys, wow, like you guys are matching each other so well. And it is like heightened, advanced, like really good, connection and energy and gifts here. And it's like you kind of go to this person almost in like a mentor kind of way of like, hey, can I like apprentice under you? Because like I made this life change here, and I'm trying to do kind of like a little bit of like what you're doing, but I don't really know how to do it because I never really like embraced this, but like you overly embraced it. So can I just like hang out with you and can you help me? It's like, can you teach me about this stuff? Help me understand this stuff a little bit better, because I don't get it. I'm not totally like, but I'm trying. I want to do it. I'm doing it. But like, help me out a little bit. So I do think you connect with this high priestess again. Again, I'm not feeling a whole lot of like romantic energy, but I do feel a lot of like apprentice or like mentorship, like let me look up to you. Can you help me? Can you teach me? Can you show me? So like the teacher is turning into the student in a way here. And it's like you never thought you would be learning from this person, like from the time that you first met them and had an interaction here. It's like you never thought you would be learning from them. But now you're like, thank blessing Lord that I had this interaction with this person, because I know who to go to help me move into another direction. Like, it's so good that I actually have this person in my mind that I can go to and express these things and share these things and learn from them. It's so nice that I met this person. It's like, and then there's a bond, there's a friendship, there's a bond that's created there. Again, not a lot of romance energy there that I'm getting. A lot of like just a tight-knit bond, a close bond, a friendship, a trust. Okay, it is like counterpartner energy, but not all counterpartner energy has to be in a sexual or like intimate romantic way. Okay, so yeah, Sagittarius, let's move on. Let's go to Capricorn. We're at 133.15. 33.15. Capricorn. This one. Let's see what energy you need to know about during this full moon. What does Capricorn need to know about during this full moon? What does Capricorn need to know about during this full moon? Okay, Capricorns. What do you need to know about during this full moon? Okay, I will take it. We have the Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Do I take that reverse or not? I do feel like I'm supposed to take that reverse. It came out reverse, and all my cards are usually always upright. So when it comes out reverse, that's kind of a sign. So let me put it back how it came out. So we have Six of Wands reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. One more. What does Capricorn need to know about during this moon energy? What does Capricorn need to know about during this moon energy? I don't know. Some of you Capricorns might have some anger issues. I don't know why. That's like a channeled message that's coming in. Like I'm hearing that is like anger issues. And we have the moon. Some of you might just like have a real bad temper, like get real fiery, real triggered, explosive kind of energy here. I just want to like check your energy before I get too much into the cards here. It's like there's a message, like a tying point here. What is this? Capricorn, there's something about, and what the way I hear it, the way they say it to me, error of your ways. So there's something here about seeing the error of your ways, like, but it has something to do with anger. But it's almost like this moon energy. It's like bringing in a realization, almost but it's not a full-on like awakening, like epiphany moment where it's like, oh my god, everything is sunshine and rainbows. It's more of like the opposite, to be honest, where it feels more like I'm seeing the error of my ways because I'm connecting or feeling for the first time like this true depth of anger and sorrow and hate. So this energy, this moon energy for you guys on the 30th, it's almost like it's pulling in emotions that center around hate, sorrow, and anger. And it's like, because you feel emotions this deep, to this level, to this intensity, it almost creates a breakthrough point for you to realize why you do what you do, why you react the way you do, why you live the way you do. And it's because of like this intense emotion. It's almost like the way they're showing it to me is like, if this is like skin, you know, I don't want to use that example, Spirit. If this is like plastic, okay, it's like in this plastic bag, right? And this is the top of the plastic. It's like gravitating inside of this plastic. We've always had like this sorrow, this hate, and this anger. And it's like, it's just boiled, and it's like, it's even gotten gassy. Like, it's really toxic. It's not good energy at all, but it's like sat inside of us in a deep place inside of us, and it's just festered here, okay? And it's like this moon energy, what it's doing is it's blowing this up so much that it's like it's pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing to the point that it breaks the seal, it breaks the plastic, and then we feel these emotions, and it's like so intense. But that's the breakthrough, is that we're able to finally feel those emotions to the intensity that we do, that it almost like it's not about remembering specific memories or past experiences that created the emotion. It's recognizing, thank you, Spirit, it's recognizing that we are carrying emotions this intense deep down within us. This kind of anger, this kind of sorrow, this kind of hate. And it just comes out, and it's like, I don't think you're scared of yourself, but it's like, where did all of that anger come from? I just stubbed my toe. Or like, it was one person cutting. This is the classic scenario of like, we're driving and someone cuts you off, and then you see in the news line that the person that got cut off gets out of their car with a gun. They're yelling, they're threatening, they shoot the person that cut, and it's all because that person cut them off. But it's like, the problem was not that person cutting them off. The problem is that person was holding on to so much anger and not releasing it, that it just took a hair trigger to make them go off, okay? It's like explosion, okay? And it's like the breakthrough for you, Capricorn. There is a blessing in disguise here, because however you experience this, just understand and realize the blessing here is the awareness that you're carrying that intensity of emotion. And because you're carrying that intensity of emotion with you all the time, it's like you're understanding, this is why I act the way I do. This is why I feel the way I do. This is why I keep failing at these things. This is why I keep attracting these things. I had no idea I was carrying so much of this emotion in me to this intensity. But it's like the realization is, oh my God, that's in me. That's something in me. It's like realizing you have a parasite for the first time, and it's like, this is why you can't gain weight or build muscle, is because you've always had this parasite. You've worked out for 5 years straight, nonstop, can't gain any muscle. You know, you can't build muscle. It comes in for a week and then it's gone. And it's like, and then I can't even gain the right weight to build. And it's like, you go to the doctor, and for the first time, they're like, bro, did you know that you had a parasite in you? And you're like, what? They're like, yeah. You have a parasite in you, and that parasite eats muscle, and it eats fat, and it eats, all those proteins that build the muscle, and even like, it eats everything that goes into physical fitness and health. It just depletes you of it. And it's like, I've been working out for 5 years straight with no success, just pure determination, and failing like every single day because I had this parasite in me that just took all my progress, all my work away. It's like that parasite is like your emotions, and the working out is like all these relationships, all these business ventures, careers, education, trying to buy a home, a car, like anything that you've been trying to do, and you've just been persevering and so determined and so like so much willpower there to get it done and do it. And it's like, I'm trying, it's not working. Epiphany, oh, it's like an emotional parasite that actually prevents me from being successful in these things. Okay? So the blessing is the awareness that you have the parasite, because now that you know the parasite is there, now you can treat it. Now you can remove it. Now you can get out of it to a point where like now you can be more successful, okay? So it's like this is what's coming in for you in this moon energy. There's something triggering here that like erupts, this just volcano of emotional awareness, that you are carrying these emotions and you had no idea they were in you. This is like not good emotions you want to have, but you have them and you never knew you did. It's like, this is why I self-sabotaged. This is why everything kept failing. This is why I am. This is why people keep calling me a narcissistic person. Like, I never knew I was a Why, it turns out I'm not narcissistic. I have an emotional parasite, and now I'm going to treat it. It's like realizing all of a sudden why people receive you the way they do, why things do not work the way you want them to work, why it's like, oh, this is what this looks like, and how that, whoa, but this is why I do. It's like, whoa, there's some truth right there. Well, now that makes sense why she tried to run me over with her car. What? Now that makes sense why that house foreclosed. Like, oh. No wonder my car got repoed. No wonder they haven't promoted me. No wonder my business is having so many difficulties. It's like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. I get it. Any last messages or advice? This is good energy. It is. I'm being playful with it because it is not all bad. It seems bad, but it's like, Capricorn, you guys are the master. You know, your card to represent you is the devil. You guys are the master of being faced and presented with energy that other people perceive as this dark, negative, toxic energy, but really it's like the devil also is about passion and lust and full, we'll call it fulfillment here. It's like the devil also has an opposite spectrum here, okay? So it's like so many times you're perceived to be in this energy that is so bad, but really it's like for you, because you understand the devil energy better than most, It's like, oh, that's not all bad. That's not all bad at all. I can become the richest man in the world now because I understand why she tried to run me over with her car. I am so happy I have this parasite because that explains it all. It's like we're finding the blessings within the curses, okay? It's like, it's not all bad, okay? Show me advice for Capricorn. Create in seasons. Oh, everyone's been getting seasons, man, and rest. So I think this is what this is saying is once you have this moment of self-discovery, of realization that you have this like emotional parasite of this thing you've been carrying with you forever, and it's like, oh my God, this is how I show up, and this is how people look at me, and this is how I'm perceived. Not in a judgmental way of yourself, but just my eyes are open. I'm seeing the error of my ways suddenly, and it's very clear. Once you get to that point, after this energy ends, after the moon ends, right? It's almost like now we can begin to create, but you must understand you have to fix the parasite first. You're going to be so enthusiastic because now I know the problem, so clearly I have the solution, which is just keep doing what I've been doing with the awareness that this is the problem. It doesn't work that way. You need to have the awareness this is the problem and then fix the problem. The solution is fixing the problem. The solution is not the awareness of the problem and then doing what I normally do in a different way because I have awareness. No. Remove the parasite, rest, take the antibiotics that you need to take in order to drudge it up and kill it and remove it. And it could be a lengthy process because you could be infested. You know, it's like you never know. You never know how much is in there until you go in there and you see it. And so this is saying, yes, be inspired to create. Yes, feel the draw. Feel the energy pulling you to do things in a different way. And you're going to have inspired action once you have this realization. But understand, all good things come in time. Patience is not something that you're terrible at, Capricorn, but it's like, don't get so excited that you jump into the outcome, but skip the journey. You have to take the journey of removing this parasite so that you can get to the outcome you want, which I feel like for you is going to require a lot of rest, a lot of like, not self-care kind of rest. This is more exploring yourself more. It's like the awareness that this is the thing bogging me down actually makes me happier, and it gives me a sense of like I can embrace this happiness because I actually know it's wrong. It sounds weird, but it's like embrace those moments of happiness, even if it's stemming from the fact that you have an awareness of the parasite in you. It's like allow your joy to come back into you again, and then focus on doing that. Focus on building that joy when it comes in. Embrace it and then build it. Make it more. Be more joyful, because it's like the light energy, the high vibration and frequency is what kills the parasite. So I wanted to say like, oh, meditate and do all these things, but for you guys, it doesn't feel that way. It's almost like what kills the parasite, what kills the emotional thing that we've been holding and lingering on to is joy, is happiness, is actually doing things and allowing ourselves to feel joy and happy, because that brings in more light, it brings in a higher vibration. And the higher your vibration is, it's like this dies away. This is killed, okay? So it's like if you need to rest, then you need to rest. If you need to sleep and you wake up because you've slept for 9 hours straight, don't let nobody's judgment or what they have to say about you sleeping that long. Yep, I slept that long and I feel damn good about it. It's like embrace yourself and what you need, and that helps you get to a high vibration where this thing eliminated. But now you can put the conscious intention and focus when you feel that joy and happiness, that high vibration, that light. I'm going to channel it into my gut and focus on the parasite, the emotional parasite, and I'm going to focus on that light, and I'm going to, what's the word? I lost the word. What was it? I totally jumped out. Sorry, guys. It's like you're going to, help me out, Spirit. Okay, we're going to channel this when we feel this high frequency within ourselves, which is shown through happiness and joy and things like that. We're going to channel that energy, and we're going to like close our eyes and imagine that energy, that light, that frequency literally zapping, dissolving, destroying, evaporating this emotional energy that we like have been stuck with. Because now that we have the awareness, we can focus the energy that's going to kill it into it, rather than when you're not aware, you don't know where to focus and channel that energy. You don't know what needs to be fixed or healed. Now that we know, like, visualize that energy coming in and just clearing it out. I feel like sacral chakra for a lot of you, the sacral and the solar, man, this energy is just cleaning and clearing and totally distilling everything in those chakras and making them healthy and clean, and it's zapping it all out. Okay, that's what we want to do to get rid of this. Okay, that is all I have for you, Capricorn. We are at 150.25 for Aquarius. Let's see what we have baking and cooking in the ether for Aquarius. What are we going to use here? I don't want to use that one. I want this one. Aquarius, let's find out what energy is coming in for you, what you need to know about that energy for the blue moon on the 30th. What does Aquarius need to be aware of for the blue moon energy on the 30th? What does Aquarius need to know? The Magician. Hello. Oh, I'm not taking this like a half a stack. The Magician. What else does Aquarius need to know? The Empress. What else does Aquarius need to know? The Hierophant. Wow, you guys are getting some stellar cards. Okay, like back to back to back. Aquarius. One more for Aquarius. No. Oh, just kidding. I won't even say it. I'll be embarrassed. Never mind. And the Devil. Nothing but major arcana. Okay, we have the Magician, the Empress, the Hierophant, the Devil. What are you guys up to? Okay, let me just kind of tap in here and see this energy. I don't want to read it with just the cards because I feel like this is more energetic, not with cards here. Aquarius. Oddly enough, I'm going to say, and I feel like this is why I needed to tap in energetically. This isn't a message per se. These are people in your life right now. Some of them are not in your life though, but these are people in your energy. These are individual people. These are 4 key players, key individuals in your life. So we'll go through each of them and see why Spirit wants you to know about them and like what the significance of these 4 energies are for the blue moon here. Okay, show me the Magician. Immediately with the Magician, I do get even like without pulling the other cards, I feel like someone's manipulating you. Someone's possibly doing magic on you, honestly, because it doesn't feel like outward manipulation, like straightforward manipulation. This feels like step by step. This feels like someone who I don't know if someone has it out for you guys. Excuse me. But this is like, this feels like a slow simmering plot. And it's like someone who's either coming in and very slowly manipulating you over a long amount of time because they want to like destroy you, or they want to get you to like trust them and listen to what they tell you to do. This is like, this is someone trying to, it feels, I'm hearing control and power, like gain control and power. But the reason why it feels like, excuse me, it's like this person wants to attach themselves to you. They want there to be a very strong attachment here. Not for love and romance, but more so to like, what is it, like riding your coattail kind of? It's like there's something weird where they really want to have like control and power over you. It's not necessarily for money, it's not for love, it's like just to have the sense of control and power over you. And this person, for some of you, they are doing magic, like different spells on you and things like that. But it's like very meticulous. It's a very long, drawn out. So this isn't someone who comes in and like, con man, we're manipulating, we're gonna come in and get what we want and then leave. This feels like someone who has manipulated in the way of like slowly trying to ingrain themselves into your life and slowly trying to form a bond, an attachment, and a connection that is unbreakable. So when you want to leave them, it's too late. But it's like, again, it's not necessarily romantic. It's like, I don't know why this person wants this with you, because it's not giving me like a specific reason here why they would want this with you. But it's a very long, drawn out plan. It's like slow manipulation. I'm slowly getting you to trust me. I'm slowly ingraining myself into your life, into your decisions, into learning about everything about you. Not stalker energy, but stalker motive energy, okay? They do, it's funny I say stalker, because then emotions come out. Because it's like, they do feel obsessed with you in a way, but it's like obsessed with you never leaving them, obsessed with you always wanting them, obsessed with you always craving their energy, and always like you're calling me all the time. It's like they want you to be codependent on them because it makes them feel good. And so Aquarius, I think when you met this person, there's something with your energy where the initial interaction really made them feel really good, but they realize that you're very independent, that you do things your own way, that you move and flow in your own kind of way. And so that's why they slowly are trying to ingrain themselves more and more, because it almost gives them a personal satisfaction to make someone who does not need them, to make someone who's very independent and in their own energy, very codependent on their energy. It's like that's how they feel love. That's how they feel value. That's how they feel a reason to be needed, is by getting people to be very codependent on them. But with you, it's like they're doing this in a very slow, meticulous, strategic way, where it's like over time, it's like you don't even realize it, but it's like, okay, the example they gave me is like when you're dating someone and first they leave a toothbrush, and then they leave, some clothes, and then they leave an extra pair of shoes, and then they leave, some body wash and stuff, and then next thing you know, you wake up and this person's totally moved into your house. And it's like, when did that happen? Well, it happened over time so slowly that you didn't even realize it was happening. Okay? But it's very much like they want to be very connected to you, and they want you to be very codependent on them. Okay? So I think that they do have this manipulative energy to them. This person's weird. This person is weird. Because it's even like when like what they're showing me is like, this is how they do it, okay? This is where because the manipulation is so subtle, but this is how they do it. You call them up. Hey, I got a flat tire. Can you come help me out? Oh yeah, absolutely. Where are you at? Just being a good friend, right? And then you get there and you guys are driving back and they're like, hey, like, was your brother not available? Oh, like I called him and he didn't pick up. Oh, well, it's okay. You can always rely on me. Sometimes family can be really unreliable and not really care, but you can always rely on me. I'll always be there. Look, I even got a funny ringtone just for you. It's like they sneak it in a very subtle way where it like pulls you in to be more codependent and latched on to them versus anyone else. I hope that makes sense. Don't quite know why Spirit is identifying these 4 people yet, but that is the energy 1, okay? Energy 2 is the Empress. Show me the Empress. This feels like someone that you admire, someone that you want, someone that you watch, you look for. Show me the Empress. Courage. But do you not have courage to pursue the Empress? Because it does feel like immediately gives me an energy of you kind of like having an awareness and kind of like watching and knowing who this person is. And it's like, I would love nothing more than to be with them. This is like a secret crush, secret admirer. It's late, guys. Okay, we're going on 2 hours. Give me some slack. But this is like, you watch this person from a distance. If you do communicate with them, it's very much on a friendship level. Like you haven't even expressed your emotions to them. Limiting beliefs. Yeah, it's like you don't have courage to approach this person or to date them or ask them out here because like you think like this person's too good for me. Like you think that this person would no way like reciprocate, emotions with me. Like who am I? Like they're like this glorious, amazing person here. Who am I? Oh, this person has good, strong boundaries. Is that what it is? Okay, so this Empress has really good boundaries. So I do keep getting energy of workplace a little bit here. And so I do feel like for some of you, you will work with this person. And it's like they do not allow things to get personal. They stay very business. They stay very professional. They can be fun. They can be happy and joy and so good to hang out with. But they hold a very specific boundary on how much they'll let people they work with into their lives, their personal lives here. And it's like you are looking at this person, and I feel like because they have these boundaries, you almost interpret those boundaries as like this person not wanting to be with you, as this person not interested in you. And it's like, oh yeah, this person would never want me. Like it's clear because you're interpreting their boundaries as disinterest, okay? And then it makes you like not want to approach them. Or if you're talking to them, if you don't work together and you reach out to this person, it's like maybe they don't reply right away. Or maybe they're like, hey, you're reaching out to me, what's up? Like, what do you need? What do you want? Like, it feels like this is an Empress that is very much on their A game. Like, they know they're an Empress and they don't waste their time on anyone that cannot, get into an Emperor energy and pursue them and come in confident and come in knowing what they want. It's like this Empress will not waste time on anyone that has limiting beliefs or has, self-confidence issues. It's like, no, I'm an Empress. I don't deserve to be with someone like that, because being with someone like that means it's either going to get toxic or they're not going to know how to treat me the way an Empress should be treated, because they wouldn't know what to do with me, essentially. So it's like this person can be very direct and very straightforward with you whenever you're communicating with them or like trying to establish a connection with them. But it's not because they're disinterested. It's because they will only entertain in a personal way, in a romantic way, energy that matches theirs. It's the Empress. So it's like maybe you need to work on some of your confidence issues. Maybe you need to work on your own self in order to find courage and ability to like confront and pursue this person or to be with them. It's something like this, but it's like this person's definitely put boundaries up where it's like, if you can't come in matching my energy, then don't come in at all. and it's like you have no idea how to match that energy right now, because I think in a slight way, I think this kind of intimidates you a little bit, this person, even though you see them as just like this amazing, grand, beautiful, just abundant person. It doesn't have to be a woman, it can be a man in Empress energy as well. And then we have the Hierophant. These are weird cards. This is weird. I don't know why we're doing it like this. Sorry, I'm expressing my dissatisfaction to Spirit, because I'm confused on why we are doing this. Maybe you guys will understand and be like, oh, that was great. Thanks. I needed to know these things. So I don't know. I don't know why we're doing it this way. It's weird. Okay, we have Intuition for the Hierophant. So whoever the Hierophant is, this is you. This is your energy, Aquarius. You're showing up as the Hierophant. You're tapping into your intuition. You're really in sync with your intuition. It's almost like you are clairaudient, because it feels like I am so sure about where I am being guided and what my messages are, because it's almost like I can hear them. Like I am told what my messages are. So some of you may be clairaudient because it's coming through very clearly, where it's just an energy of like, I am so in sync with my intuition, and I know exactly what I need to know, because it comes through so clear that I cannot doubt it. But I feel like there's a sense of hearing. I hear so your angels, your spirit ancestors, source, whoever, like they're talking to you, and it's like, I think you are clairaudient, like you're hearing them. And if you're not hearing them through your ear, you're hearing them in your mind very clearly here, like a lot of clairaudience here. Okay, a lot of, like, you're definitely connected, very connected, but I think for those of you that this is resonating with, it's almost like you're very connected, but it's almost like you disregard it because you don't know what life is like to not have these voices, to not hear these things, to not be this connected. So to you, it's like an annoying friend that won't leave you alone sometimes, and it's like, oh my gosh, stop talking to me, stop telling me that, I don't want to know that. It's like, can't I make my own decisions without you piping in with your opinions and trying to tell me what to do? It's like, I did not ask for how you feel about this. I did not ask you. It's like, so I think some of you in a pleasant kind of way are like annoyed that you have this ability, that you have this gift, that you're so connected here, that you have such a strong connection. She's like, thanks for the message, Joe. Some of you are a little just, it's a pleasurable annoyance, okay? What else do we need to know about Hierophant? So if you're doubting, you're thinking you're crazy because you're hearing stuff, through your ears or in your head, it's like, nah, that's spirit talking to you. You're clairaudient. Some of you might even be mediums. You might actually hear spirits talking to you. Even spirits like to chime in and give advice. They're probably more vocal than anyone, honestly. Like in the readings I do, it's actually spirits that are more like opinionated and very direct and want to chime in when they can. It's like, who asked you? Okay, can you just stand over there quietly? Who asked you? It's like, because it's very opinion based, it's very personality based, where it's like if you're getting messages from like your guides and angels, it comes in more as like a higher level awareness and conscious awareness to help guide you. But spirits are more like opinionated. They're people, and it's like they don't share the same higher level conscious awareness of like what's happening in the big plan. They don't see the overhaul of everything. They're just like, they're right where you're at, but they can tap into more knowledge, they can tap into more enlightenment. But a lot of times it's like, I feel like with you, Aquarius, it's like they're chiming in and giving you opinions and little like comments and remarks about things. It's like, you are not being a spiritual guide right now. Like, you are just being an opinionated person that is trying to tell me about something that you don't know nothing about. It's like a little bit of an annoyance there, okay? And then we have the Devil. Why is the Devil here? This is your obsession. This is something that you are actually, whoa. Okay, hold on. I didn't expect to get that energy. Aquarius. Aquarius. Some of you are a little manipulative of yourselves, okay, because this is your energy that you're carrying. But this is an energy that you're carrying where I think you are obsessed with something. You are highly attached and drawn into something. I don't know that it's the Empress per se. It does not feel like the devil is focused on the Empress or the Magician. This feels, interestingly enough, more like something that you really like to do, but it might be a little bit more like taboo. Like it's not a social, societal norm. It's like something we like to do in our personal time, and we don't go around just sharing with everyone what this is. Okay, that's an energy that's coming in with that devil. It's like a dirty little secret, you know, like I really like to do this and I don't want no one to know about it because I like to do it. Show me the devil. Show me the devil. Interesting. I did not think it would go that way, but it is Aquarius. It's almost like there's a little bit of a kink here. You have a kink is what that comes to, like a fetish. But it's like, we can't release it. We can't let go of it. I really like to do this. It's like more than the Empress. It's like if I had to choose between getting the Empress and doing this, I would choose doing this. Forget the Empress, okay? It's like, I'm good. I'll do this over here. What is the devil? Show me what is the devil. Might be different for each of you, but there is the ones that resonate with this. Something here that we're really attached to doing. We have keep going and we have alignment. It's interesting. The energy is coming through in a very interesting way with this. Okay. This is something you guys are doing. Like, what is this? You're doing this. I'm starting to get like an uneasy feeling in my stomach. This is, it's giving me a message that I don't know that I'm comfortable saying, but I'll say it because it's coming in. And I'm only not comfortable saying it because I don't know what the devil energy is for each of you. I just feel that it's like something we really like to do, but we keep it very like under closed wrap. Like we don't tell people about this. And it's like I would leave the Empress and not even pursue the Empress if I had to give this up, if I wanted to do this. But the devil doesn't always have to be something like dark and evil and, you know. But the message I get with the devil here, whatever this is that you're like doing and like you're really obsessed with it, and it's like you don't share it, you don't tell anyone about it, you just, it's like this is like I love to do this. The energy, the message that I get with it is almost like don't be distracted by these energies, and I think this is why it's showing up in this way. Do not get distracted by these energies and pull away from whatever this devil is for you, because it's like this person, obviously, if they knew that you had this devil energy, they would try to replace it because like they want you to be obsessed with them. The Empress, don't get obsessed with a person. Don't put all your energy into dreaming and romancing and desiring someone. And also don't get overly distracted by like little messages and little like side comments that, like, if you are hearing spirits, if you are hearing voices, like, you know, always go see a doctor first. But it's like, don't let these things distract you, because these things are very heavily in your energy. Don't let these things distract you, because whatever you're doing here, like behind the scenes, in the closet, out of people's viewpoint, you know, not letting no one know, it's taking you to a place of like, I hear self-actualization, but it's like, it's taking you to a place of, it's not like abundance of like, oh my god, you're gonna get so much money or so much fame and love. It's very spiritual. It's very enlightened. It's like, if you're focusing and shifting your life, and you're staying on this road of like, I want to be an ascended master and nothing else, and all these things are coming in to distract you, it's like, it could be that these are the devils, like, that are trying to distract you. I don't totally get it that way, but like when I'm saying that, it came through. So it's like, this could be the true devil energy here, trying to distract you and manipulate you away from like being an ascended master, because it's not good if you're an ascended master for, you know, different energies that don't want that kind of energy coming into this world. But it's like, but you're so focused and like narrow-minded on like, this is what I want to do, but you don't tell anyone about it, because then they would think you're crazy, then they would like laugh at you, then they would judge you, then they would misunderstand. And also, it's none of their business. It's a very personal journey with a lot of personal like fails and successes and insights and understandings. It's like, it's a very personal experience that's not meant to be shared with other people. So it's like, don't lose sight of whatever it is that you're doing, that you're not telling anyone about, that you're like solely dedicated to. Even with these other distractions coming in, don't let these move you and shift you away from your focus, your goal here. Because at some point, with the be open, at some point, it's like, you're going to have to present whatever this is. It's going to reach a level of success, of accomplishment in some way, where you're presenting it. And it's like, you need to be prepared and ready. So this could even be like, if it, to bring it back down to like earthly, you know, matters here, it's like, if you're an inventor and you're obsessed with creating this invention and you've been working on it, and all these people want to hang out with you, you know, these spirits are coming in and you're getting all these different downloads and messages about things that do not align with like what you're focused and trying to do, and you're just so dedicated to this one thing, and it's like, I'm going to invent it, I'm going to be the, but I can't tell anyone else about it because no one has thought of this idea before, and it's not time to share it because I don't want someone to steal it from me. I don't want someone to take this idea and this concept and then build it before me. But it's like, this is a huge thing. And then at some point when we're done inventing it, we're going to have to share it. But it's like, the energy around sharing this, around presenting it, around, you know, letting people finally know what it is that you've been working on, it's huge. It's a huge impact. It's a huge thing. Okay? It can be many different facets, many different things. Okay? I don't want to categorize it or diminish anything that you guys are working on, but it's almost like whatever the devil energy is here, where it's like you're so obsessed and focused on it. It's like, it's in two capacity. Don't succumb to the devil energy, but also use the devil energy to obsessively focus on the path that you're on, because that's where you need to be. I hope that makes sense. This is interesting, Aquarius. This is huge. I'm not going to dive too much into what it is because it's not meant to be shared yet. Again, it's a very personal experience. If this resonates for you, you will know exactly what this is for you. There will be no second guessing. You will know exactly what this is. and it's not meant to be shared yet, so I'm not going to share it. But this is amazing. This is amazing energy. Okay, Aquarius, that is all I have for you. So the moon energy, which did I miss the whole point here? The moon energy is almost like the way this moon is coming in for you, the moon energy is coming in for you. There's going to be, how does this come in? For you, Aquarius, the way this resonates for you as far as like the moon energy and what you need to know, it's almost like those three things that like you're not supposed to get distracted by. The energy around them is going to heavily increase and try to distract you in big ways. Because it's almost like we're coming to a huge momentous point here with whatever it is we've been focusing on, whether that's like actually completing it or like overcoming a challenge that was preventing us from like moving forward with it. It's like there's a big thing happening that allows the continuous momentum of this to grow and to build. It's like big. But it's like these other energies are coming in around this moon energy, around like the 30th, to really pull you away from it, to really distract you, to really lure you in, to really get you into all these other places, okay? So like use really good discernment, use really good intuition about what people are trying to do around you. Are they trying to support you or distract you? Are they there with good integritas? Is that a word? With good integrity or not? But it's like something here, it's really aligned with your path and like who you are. But it's like we need to focus on this and we need to complete this. Do not let these sway you off your path, because that's what they're trying to do. It's not just a small distraction. They're trying to push you off your path completely. Okay? Okay. Pisces 2/21/29. 2/21/29. I am so happy. We are going to stay under 3 hours. Okay. Pisces. Let's see what is coming in for you during this full moon energy on the 30th. What energy is coming in for you? What do you need to know about it? What does Pisces need to know about the full moon energy coming in on the 30th? What does Pisces need to know? I'm just going to spray a little bit because like that Aquarius reading was a little deep. Okay. Just clear it out a little bit. Okay. Got my third eye all pressured. Let's clear it. Thank you. Pisces. What's coming in for Pisces during this full moon? Oh, it's in your sign, Pisces. It's the full moon in Pisces. The super blue full moon in Pisces. Lots of energy there, okay? What does Pisces need to know about the full moon on the 30th? What does Pisces need to know about the full moon? I don't, immediately I get an energy of like, you're going to be dropping something. Like you're going to be, justice. It's like we're coming into balance. We're finally serving our own justice. It's like I feel like we're dropping something. We're letting someone go. We're pushing someone out of our life here. It's like we are detaching. We are moving away, but it's in a way of like, hit the road, Jack. Goodbye. See you later. Hasta la vista. It's like we're actually detaching and pushing someone out. Like we are pushing them out because they don't want to go. But we're like, no, you need to go. You need to go. It's time to go. Bye. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to leave. Bye. Goodbye. Nope, I don't want to talk. Goodbye. It's like we're finally releasing ourselves from something. We are finally pushing something out. Like, and I feel like that something is definitely a someone. I feel like with this energy, it's like I'm tired of being taken advantage of. I'm tired of being in a relationship that I don't get what I need to get out of it, and you're over here, getting everything that you need, and I get nothing. It's like, no, I am not doing this anymore. I refuse to be imbalanced. I refuse to not receive it's like we are getting kind of feisty about this, okay? Temperance, because it's the time to do it. It's the right time to let it go. It's the right time for you to find your peace and your balance and your justice by releasing and pushing out anything that does not amplify your sense of balance and justice. Anything that does not support equal give and take. It's like, time to go, time to go. I am done. I am fed up. I am over this. I don't feel like this is saying patience. I feel like this is saying, no, now is the time to do this. The moon energy is supporting you. It's giving you that like emotional push to tip you over to finally get you to do this, because it's time to start investing in a new beginning. It's time to start building something else, like going somewhere else. I feel like Pisces, there's already an idea. You guys always be having messy love situations in readings, okay? Can I just say that? It always is like drama sometimes. Because this is like, we already have an idea of someone else we want to invest in. And so when we push this person out, it's like, let's go invest in this. So I'm not saying you're two timing at all, but it feels like we definitely have kept someone like on the back burner so that we can, you know, reconnect and build with them if we finally are able to, you know, get away from this, which we know we don't want this, but it's so hard to leave it. But it's like, I got my eye on you. I'm keeping you close because one day I will leave this and I'm gonna come for you. It's like, we may not be saying that though. It's like, I tease you to keep you into my energy. I tease you so that you never detach from me fully, but I am in a relationship over here. It's like, Pisces, what are you doing? What is going on? Okay. What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know? You guys, playa, move quickly. It's going to be a lot of quick messaging, a lot of quick communication when you do exit out of this relationship and then move towards this person more than you have been before. It's like, that's going to pick up very quickly. It's like a lot of communication. It's almost like I kick you out of my house and I move you in. That's how quick this feels. Okay, it's like a lot of fast moving energy, a lot of fast communication, a lot of quick. We're planning a future. It's like, we've been planning this for years. We just never actually planned it and did it because I've always been in a relationship. But like, we know what's up. We already know what the plan is. So let's get to it, because I finally was able to leave this toxic thing over here. So let's get to it. Let's do it. Let's go for it. We already know what to do. Okay, time to play a different role. That's how that feels. Okay, interesting, Pisces. Okay, let me pull some of these. What else does Pisces need to know? Difficulties, light in the dark. Okay, with this, it's like, if you don't tell this other person what happened, if you don't tell them the truth here and like clarify and help them understand why you're suddenly moving so quickly towards them, why you're suddenly so interested in them, if you don't tell them the truth, so I don't know if they didn't know you were in a relationship, but it's like, if you don't tell them the truth about what you're leaving, about pushing this person out, getting rid of them, finally like ending things, you are going to have a lot of, it's like they will find out. Even if you don't tell them, they will find out, and that will be the make or break it moment. Because it's like, if you don't come in with the truth and the honesty of what's actually happened, what's occurred here, and then they find out what actually happened, they will leave you in a millisecond. Like, they will not want to be with you. They will not trust you. They will think you're a two-timer. They'll think everything you say is a lie. So it's like, you need to come in with the truth when you start to pursue this other person that you've held on to. Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Because if trust me, you don't want that. Some of you, I feel like, because I just heard it, I feel like some of you are like, oh fuck, I can't tell the truth because then they're gonna hate me, then they're gonna judge me, they're not gonna want me, like then they'll think poorly of me. But it actually, this person is a beautiful kind of person, because it's like, we have the gratitude card here and it has like raindrops, and then like out the window is a rainbow and a sun. So it's like, this person, even in the midst of the storm, if you are being truthful and honest that like, hey, this is a storm and there's a tornado down the block and that tornado might come here, that person will find appreciation in the truth. It's like, they have a good thing where it comes with integrity. Like, if you come to them with integrity, with truth, with honesty, they will forgive, because they find more value in in you telling the truth than they do about what you're telling them the truth about. But if you come in and it's like, hey, get in the car so we can drive. And it's like, why are we driving? Don't worry about it. We gotta go. And it's like, you're trying to prevent them from knowing about the storm, about the tornado. And then they like are looking in the rearview mirror. They're looking in the turn. They're like, there's a whole storm and a tornado where we were. Why didn't you tell me that was there? And it's like, oh, don't worry about it. We're not even there anymore. It's like nothing. It's don't even worry about it. We're not even, we're headed toward the sun. It's like, no, we are not. I'd rather sit in that storm than sit in a car with someone out of the storm that I cannot trust. So there's something with this person. They place trust very, very high on their value scale. Okay, it's like a requirement for them. They require integrity and honesty and truthfulness. Like it's almost like this person has the heart of a saint. Like, I can forgive anything as long as you speak the truth to me, as long as you don't deceive me, you don't lie to me, you don't keep me hanging on by a thread, and that thread is all tangled up with lies and deceits and manipulation. It's like, I'll hang on by a thread if you tell me the truth. Like, because I make my choice. Because it's almost like, oh, thank you, Spirit. But it's almost like this person feels when people lie to them or deceive them or omit the truth here, it's like, you rob me of my personal choice. You take away my personal choice and empowerment to make decisions for myself when you do that. So if you do that, I cannot be with you. I will not be with you no matter how much I love you. But it's like, if you tell them the truth about everything and they're like, I don't care, I still like you, I'm gonna still hang on to that thread, I'm gonna still wait around for you. I choose to do that because I love you, I like you, I want you. Thank you for letting me know the truth of the situation. But it's like, but if you lie about it and they're hanging on by a lie, and then they find out the truth, oh, they'll cut that thread off so quick. Okay? Abundance came out, so this person does feel really good with you. I feel like with their energy, it's like they want to grow, they want to progress. So they want to grow, they want to progress, and then we have growing. Okay, it's like they in the present. So it's like this person would definitely receive you with welcome arms. It's like, if you have any fears or hesitations about this, it's like, no, this person would love to hear from you. They would love to grow with you. They would love to like move further. I feel like this is your true like, this feels, for you, this feels like a true partnership where it's like, man, we click so well, but like, why couldn't I meet you before I met this bozo, before I met this person? And it's like, when we finally are able to end this and move towards this person, you guys click so well. It just goes. It just meshes beautifully here. But you have to come in with the truth, and that's the only thing. The truth is not what will get you rejected. The lie is what will get you rejected, not the truth. With this person, the truth stands beyond all else and nothing else, because that truly shows who you are to this person. But this person would love to be abundant with you. They want to grow. They would love to, like, they're good with moving fast because, they know what they want. They like you. Okay? Pisces. That's all I have for you guys. So that is the end of the readings. So, Pisces, I will see you guys later. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone, and have a good rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you. Bye.